My name is Edna Sue McKee, and today I'm going to cook party mix with my two children. I feel honored today to have my two children here. And this is an annual event that we do every year around Christmas time. And it's a tradition for our family. And on my right is my daughter, Susan Harris Gilstrap. She's a teacher at Pine Street Elementary School, 3rd grade. And this is my son, Brian Harris, and he teaches 8th grade math at Malden Middle School. And I feel privileged to have both of them with me today because this is a family recipe. It goes way back in our family. And what do you think?
How far back do you remember having party mix? Is this something that
my mother did it for years, and she did small amounts of it, and we loved it. She'd make it up and put it in a bowl and turn her head, and it was gone. So
I can imagine that.
We did it too.
Yep.
And Susan makes it every year too. Different kinds of party mix. She makes Muddy Buddies and trash, isn't that what it's called? The white with the candy in it. But this is a staple here. We have, when Christmas time comes, this is what we have, one of the things in our house to snack on. So we're going to get started here, and they're going to help me with putting the ingredients in the pans. So the first ingredient, it calls for 1 box of corn checks. So we're going to put I got 4 pans right here, and I'm going to just add, kind of divide it up in the 4 pans. It doesn't have to be a certain amount. You just kind of put a good bit in there.
It all works itself out.
Yeah. No certain amount for either one of them.
Okay.
I'll take that.
Now it's starting that in with the next ingredient.
Kind of divide.
Yep.
It looks about right.
Yep.
And the next ingredient is 1 box of rice checks. It calls for the dark checks, but I prefer using, this is just for me, but if you like the wheat checks and the other,
Honey nut.
Honey nut,
It's good.
you can get it too. So you can put anything really that you like. And just kind of, I've got 4 good sized pans, and you can just put a generous amount in each one. This is some good stuff.
Oh, there's a little
You
bit
get
there.
it. There you go.
Okay.
All right. 1 box of Crispix.
There you go.
And I probably won't use this entire box, but I'll put a good bit. If there's room, we'll go back and add it.
I like those.
Those are good.
This really makes the party mix real crunchy.
And add some color.
Yep.
Yep. Looks good.
Does that look good?
It does.
Okay, we'll leave that to see if we've
It's
got
just a
room.
little bit. You want to go ahead and use it?
Well, we got 2 other cereals to put.
Next up is
Honeycomb. And this is just our own concoction of this. I had a teacher when I worked at Lockhart School, Virginia Daniel, that made party mix, and she put honeycombs in her party mix. And I've loved it ever since.
Adds a little bit of sweet to
Yep.
the salty.
Yep.
Sweet and savory, as they say. Yep. Miss Daniel was a good lady.
And she sure was. She was a great cook, too.
Hey, she retired when you.
But I remember her.
You know,
We'll save that little bit.
Okay.
Okay. It calls for Cheerios.
right here.
And what I do for that, I don't use a lot of Cheerios. I just kind of get a spoon and put a little bit in each one. The Cheerios it seems like it soaks up the Worcestershire sauce a lot more than the other cereal does.
Gets soggy sometimes.
It has. especially if you don't spray your Worcestershire and your butter.
You'll clump it.
That's one of the secrets about not having clumps.
Got to have these.
And where did these little bottles come from?
I ordered them from QVC, and I am addicted to QVC.
I know.
Every time FedEx or UPS drives up in the yard, Jerry goes, "Oh no, who's getting what?"
That beats going to a store.
I know it
Yeah.
does.
They were the original Amazon, I guess.
Yep. Now
Okay.
take that out of your way.
Looking good. Looking
I'm gonna
good.
do the
Next up.
1 bag of the thin pretzel sticks. If you use the bigger ones, they don't get as crispy as. I might just pull those.
Yeah. There you go. You always stir it up.
The thin sticks seems like it does better to me. That's just another preference. Some people use the little ring type pretzels.
I got something for that.
Okay.
All right.
Alright, let's see. 1 box of Cheez-Its.
Now, before you pour this in, I remember way back in the day when you would make this, there was a product called cheese tidbits that you
Yes.
like to use, and they don't make those anymore.
No, and
Or I haven't seen them in a long time, but this is a good
if
substitute.
you ever find the cheese tidbits, that makes a better.
They were like the little
They better for
oval stick.
that.
weren't
Yeah,
they?
like a little small,
About an inch long.
chunky looking stick.
They were good. Party mix or not, they were good.
You think that's enough?
Yeah. Adds a little color.
I didn't think about this, but we could have left a little container out for Gabriel because he's allergic to peanuts.
Oh, and that's got peanut on
Oh,
it.
well.
No, when we go to add nuts, we need to make a
Oh,
little
okay.
container.
Well,
for
we'll
him.
just- peanut for
We'll
me.
just use 1 tray, and then we'll mix.
Well,
you
we
can
won't
take
need that
his.
much. We'll do it in a minute.
Okay.
I think I have a small container right here.
Okay. If you're allergic to peanuts or any kind of nuts, you better. What the next ingredient is going to be 2 large cans of mixed nuts. Since Gabriel is allergic to peanuts, we got to do this. We don't want him to get sick. Is that it?
I'll just scoop out a little bit of that in a minute.
Okay, you go ahead and take it out. A little bit out of each one if you want to. And I always buy the mixed nuts, the Planters mixed nuts, and you get 2 of these large cans.
One for the first 2 and another for the last 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna keep that away.
I didn't even think of that. That's, the nuts to me is what's really good in party mix.
Especially the pecans and cashews.
Yep. Very good.
It's already smelling good. We haven't even got the juice on it yet.
I like this big Brazil nut. With you.
Now, let's see. The next ingredient is 1 box of
Raisins.
raisins, and you took them out of the box and
Might need to work them a little bit.
separate them. They stick together, so
And I'll tell you, this is something that all 3 of my children hate. But I always tell them to take it out and give it to me
Because I love them.
because I love them. I think it's the best part of it.
they like them. They don't like them even though they cook with party mix.
Mm-mm. But I
A lot of
do.
people
I
don't like
love it.
raisins.
I don't know why. I don't even think they try it. They just say they don't like it.
Well, it don't take a lot of these because you just want a little bit. 1 box is enough for all this cereal.
I'd put double.
You'd put double.
Yeah. For me.
Me too.
Like I
like
said,
raisins.
you can make party mix any way you want it and put anything
You don't
in
have
it.
to put any in Gabriel's.
Okay.
That last one might need the rest of that honeycomb. I see it's a little.
Let's do it.
Yeah, you got it.
Yep.
Well, there's a good bit. But
Put,
we'll
put a little bit more. Maybe in Gabriel's too.
How's it look on the raisins?
Gabriel, no raisins in here.
no raisins in Gabriel's.
Okay. And the final big ingredient before we put the seasoning on is
Still got
This is
pecans.
pecans. And it calls for 1 large bag of pecan halves. So just kind of spread that out.
That's a good part.
It is. And we bought 2 for the batch today.
I
Because
want
we
to
like
grab one.
pecans.
These are good if you don't even cook them. No.
Yeah, you can load that up. That's some good stuff.
We don't want to waste that, do we?
And they're expensive too.
They were actually on sale today.
Really?
Both packs for like $7.98, which is good.
Wow, that is good. Where'd you go?
Publix.
I have seen them up near $10 a bag.
Yeah. That's why we got 2.
Does it look good?
Very.
Let's stir it up.
Okay, stir them up real good and mix everything. And then we'll add the melted butter and the Worcestershire.
Is that what this is?
Butter's in the red one. And Worcestershire in the dark one.
Ooh.
I think that's enough.
Yeah.
You're going to get to use Susan's new oven today.
I know I love it.
You want to add the rest of that cereal to Gabriel's batch?
This is
Plain.
a Christmas memory I have for this. I know Papa, your daddy, loves stuff like this.
Oh, yes.
Anytime we went shopping around the area, he'd hit that hot peanut bar and get him a sack of cashews or something
We
like
sure
that.
would.
Every time while
And
he
I
shopped.
think we got that trait from him because we both like
And he had cereal every night too.
it. Yes,
Before he
he
went to bed.
Every
He
night.
said that's what makes people smart by having cereal.
You might have a
His
point
theory.
there. I got 2 brilliant children, I think. Okay, since we got all the cereal and all the nuts and all the other goodies in the pans here, we're going to start off. It calls for 4 sticks of melted butter. And I bought these little spray bottles from QVC, and I recommend them highly because the reason for that, it's got a little tube that goes down into it that's big, and you can wash it good. And I've been using over the years one that has a little tiny tube, and it was just about impossible to get it clean. But anyway, I'm going to start off by spraying all the pans with some melted butter. This is 2 sticks of melted butter in this little container. And then I fill this up with Worcestershire sauce.
So you use that for the first 2, and then when she gets the other ready on the last
And
2.
you might want to state the reason you use a squirt bottle instead of pouring it is it doesn't clump up the cereal.
Exactly.
Yep.
The butter, if you pour it, makes it clumpy.
Yep.
If I used to cook it and I did not spray it, I just kind of drizzle it over it. And it has big old clumps in it, and it kind of sticks together and gets real dark, almost like it's burned. But if you spray it, that's the secret to this. So let me see which spray. It's got 3 adjustments on it. Oh,
There
here
we
we
go.
go. This is a mist, so I think that'll be good.
You need the spoon, Brian?
You want to stir that while...
This reminds me of Dr. Smiley.
Yeah, mix.
Yes.
You may mix, Dr. Smiley. We heard that quite a few times.
He's talking about when I used to take them to the orthodontist, and the orthodontist is Dr. Gary Smiley back then.
Squeeze in here.
Yes, so we're talking about that nasty compression mix. Ugh.
He'd be ready to do that, and he'd say, "You may mix, so you may mix now."
We're gonna mix, but it's better than that stuff.
Oh yes. See how good
That does work very well.
It does.
Pour a little bit more on the top here, Mama. And this one now I got stirred. You want to stir the second one?
Smells like we're at the movies.
What smells good
Keep
is
it
when you
rolling.
put it in the oven and it starts cooking.
Food potpourri.
Here, spray a little bit on that first pan. And start placing cooking. I'm gonna spray Gable over there too.
I got this other two sticks ready for you if you need it.
Get the Gabriels with that.
Looks like the first batch.
I'm going to use a
before-
different spoon for his.
Yeah. I took the lid off that garlic powder and you can smell it.
Smells good.
That's great. That's great.
I didn't feel it. I'm going. This black one is for Gabriel. I don't want him to touch those nuts.
Okay, these are coated pretty well. And when we put them in the oven, we're going to leave them in there for 20 minutes before we take them out on 350 degrees. But I got a couple more things to put on first. But
Is there more butter up there or is it already here?
It's right here.
Okay. We're going to really butter it up because that's what makes it good.
okay, just finish it off.
Do you need this yet?
You want to add that? Give me that spoon and I'll stir these again. While you're buttering.
And we're going to have to add Worcestershire sauce. This is what gives it pizzazz, right?
Yep.
Sure does.
And
This
of course,
works very well.
I love that.
I see there's a website on the bottle.
It's Evo.
Evo.
They,
EvoOilSprayers.com.
And
If
you
they
get
don't
three
have it
little-
at
It
QVC.
came with 3 little bottles and one back pack, and it was like $30-something, maybe close to $30. I don't remember. It's well worth it though.
You can use that for a lot of items. Buttering up some fish or something.
Popcorn.
Popcorn.
There's some little rings that you can attach to the top, and it's got like
Oop.
olive
Okay,
oil. You
this
can
is
put
good.
olive
This is
oil
out.
in there if you got shrimp or something. Okay, I'm using Worcestershire sauce, and I'm going over it about like I did with the butter.
Smells good. Makes me think of my mama's roast beef that she used to cook with that on it.
Here we go. Had a clog in it or something. Took off, didn't it? You stir that
I
up.
will. Smelling really good.
We got 5 pans of stuff going here.
It does make a lot.
It makes it perfect if you share with the children.
Yep.
Right.
Correct.
Oh yes. Some will be going home with me. What about you?
And
Okay.
cooking it at my house is even better.
Well, this is quit here.
Maybe it's good for butter, but not for that.
It should be. Maybe I don't
Is
have
the-
it set right. No, I got it on
You
my
on
off.
That's why.
There
Here
we
we
go.
go. It took off.
Oh yeah, I feel it on my hands.
We're
Cooking
gonna
with
smell.
oil.
We're gonna smell like Worcestershire.
This is a southern treat.
I see those raisins.
They're gonna be good. I'll stir a pot too.
Then every time you take it out of the oven to stir it after it cooks a little bit, you have to add a little bit more butter and a little bit more Worcestershire sauce. All right, quit being contrary now. Maybe my hand strength. I hadn't.
You want me to do it?
Yeah, you can.
Get twisted again.
Here, see if you can get it to come out. There it
There we
goes.
go.
It's like there was air in it. I'm wondering, is the little pipe unattached maybe?
One for Lego. Okay, after she sprays everyone, we're going to sprinkle, what's it say about the garlic powder and the seasoning salt? It says to sprinkle lightly over the party mix, both of them. So I'm going to take Lowry's seasoning salt and just kind of go over each one with a little bit. This puts a lot of flavor into it.
Smells good.
Don't it though?
Mm-hmm.
Coating them well. And then we'll get Brian to stir all of them.
She's got the oven preheating on what, 350?
350 and they'll cook in the oven for 20 minutes. And after the 20 minutes, the temperature will be cut down to 290. And then for every 15 minutes, you take them out again and stir them. And you do that for 3 times after that, after the temperature is on 290. And then it'll be done.
Slide those now.
Did y'all put some on this one?
Yes. Not this, though. I ain't put it. This is the garlic salt right here. Just kind of go over the whole stuff with it. Okay. I think we got everything in there. We got any butter left in
Yeah,
that
this one I
container?
think needs some more butter. I was
Here's-
about to say,
this is
I
butter.
put some more butter on this one.
Did you just pour it in from here?
It's a little funnel that I had. That little set of stuff.
This.
These old spray bottles came with a funnel. It kind of pops on there, so you want to pour it in.
What is that?
It hooks around the neck of the bottle like when you're not using it. When you store it.
Yeah. So you won't lose it. There we go.
So the first one needs,
Yeah, this one
probably
needs
all
some
of them
butter.
need a little bit more.
This was actually number 3. Is
Then
one
we'll
down
start
here.
putting them in the oven.
I need to still mix the last one.
Let me get this spoon. I don't want to use that other one. The things you have to think about with food allergies.
Okay, that one is completely finished.
Okay. Ready for the oven?
Yes. I don't know how Susan's gonna put them in there. 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom.
Is that what you think, Susan?
Yeah.
That needs.
Ooh. Well, glad we have 3 shelves. We need that one too.
This second coat of butter is really gonna be good on it.
Yeah, it sure is.
I think we need a special appearance here.
Okay, here's the last one. We're gonna time this on 20 minutes on 350 degrees. And when the 20 minutes is up, we'll take them out and we'll pull them out of the oven right there and
Give 'em
stir them
both ways.
again. Put a little bit more butter, a little bit more Worcestershire sauce, and reset the temperature to 290. And then for every 15 minutes, we'll do that again. And then we'll do it 3 times, and then it'll be done. So after the 20 minutes is up, we'll see you then. Okay, this party mix has been cooking for about 60 minutes or less, somewhere around that, and we're getting ready to take the finished product out of the oven. So go ahead and take them out. And it sure smells good. It's got the whole house smelling like good stuff.
Buttery Worcestershire.
It looks good,
It
don't it?
does.
It's hot.
Yum. I think it's time for some snackage. You want to do anything else on, or is it just that's it ready?
That's it. It's ready to cool and pack up. So this is what you see. This is our annual Christmas little snack that we make every year, and it's gonna be good, y'all. So
Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy New Year. What's your
Happy
next
New Year.
video for the?
my next video is gonna be chili beans. I'm planning to do it in the near future, and also I'm gonna do one on peanut butter fudge. So I wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.